You have drifted from friendships before, and I'm not talking about toxic friendships, no, but you just sort of drifted from friendships. Maybe you had other reasons, maybe you didn't have, but just the way you drifted from friendships, some of your friends left you in the past, and some are going to leave you, some are leaving you now. Sometimes you notice a pattern of them just slowly moving away. You were very close before and you're no longer close. At other times, those you consider your friends do not acknowledge you as friends. Maybe you have friends flowing every day in and out like a stream of gushing water. But how many of us, how many of you, how many of us really, really, really have deep friendships that last for a very, very, very long time? In this episode of the Dine with Chenemi podcast, yes, the first episode. I'm so excited. Okay, I'll be sharing the big reason why your friends keep leaving you. Number one, I'll also be sharing 2 lessons I have learned over the years about friendships. Very, very important lessons. And at the end, I will be adding or telling you a bonus. I want to call it a bonus tip, but let's just say it's more like a summary of what you should do about friendships. But yeah, you should stick to the end. So grab your coffee, your Sunday rice, or if you're just like me when I listen to most podcasts, walking and listening to the podcast, yeah, you can do that. You're driving, whatever. Just prepare yourself. Sit tight or listen tight, and let's get started. Hi, I'm your host, Chenemi. And if you're here for the first time, this is the first episode, so I should welcome everybody. This is Dine with Chenemi podcast. You're all welcome. And this podcast, I promise you, is your number one go-to podcast for the best productivity tips in Nigeria. Yeah, take it from me. So I would like to start with my story. I started to grow up as a people pleaser. I didn't know that. I didn't know that I was a people pleaser, but that was definitely me. Now, because I was a people pleaser, I still am, but on a very, very, what's the word? On a very low level. Yes, I'm a people pleaser on a very, very low level. So because of that, it's different for me now. But back then, like years ago, no need to be specific. No need no need to be specific with the number of years before. But just know that this is a story, my story. So like I said, I was a people pleaser, and it was very, very easy for me to make friends. Yes, to get the attention of people. Like I literally became an expert in finding out what people really like. So I know what you want and I'm willing to give it to you. I was 100%, no, not 100%, close to 100% a people pleaser. So it was easy for me to maintain friendships. It was easy for me to make a lot of friends. I didn't even care whether you wanted to be my friend or not. I was just doing everything to make sure that you say, oh, this person is really nice, really good. I didn't care. Very important. I didn't care whether you were toxic to me or not. I was just doing everything to make sure you were happy. I was just doing everything right. But unfortunately, that was wrong. I didn't really have something for myself. Like, I could not say, this is what I want for myself. That was why back then, anybody that knows me from then would see that I was very, very indecisive. Like, if you ask me, Chenemi, what do you want for yourself? Maybe, what do you want to eat? I'll be like, what do you want us to eat? That kind of thing. So I was very, very indecisive. I just fine-tuned myself with everybody. If I just trust you, and then I would just go with what you want for us, because I believed you're making the best decision. So it was very, very easy for me to be an obedient child at home, because in my head, well, we just live to do what other people like. Where I had issue was, it became confusing when there were bad things and good things. There were bad people, good people. So look at me here, believing that in my little head that we live by, for you to live well, you just have to keep doing what will make other people happy. Yes, you have to do things that will make other people happy. Just do what they want, and they will like you, and they will keep you close. And I just went with the flow. So when bad people wanted certain things, I would give it to them, and when good people wanted certain things, I would give it to them. It became confusing because there were times where good people will want this and bad people will want the opposite, and everybody's clashing in the same place. So who am I going to go with? So I was easily manipulated. I remember one incident like that when we went for a Christmas program like that. Then I think I was 10 years old or something like that. So there was a dance competition, and my sister, I think my elder sister, went for, or was selected for the dance. Whatever, either my sister or my brother, I don't know, one of them, but one of my siblings had to go out for the dancing competition, and we're being very supportive. You know the way all these MCs, they will be like, if you support this person, say yes. If you support this, if this person did dance well, say no, that kind of thing. So of course I saw that my sister danced well, or my brother, whoever, danced very well, and apart from that, I wanted to support my family. So all of us, we shouted yes. And then there was this woman sitting close by. I was sitting closest to her. Her daughter or her son, her daughter was there. She was among those that participated in the dance competition. Of course, she would want her daughter to win. I didn't know back then. I thought this woman was very, very, very sincere. In fact, that was also an error on my part. I believed every single person was good, and if they say do this, it simply meant that they were telling you to do the right thing. Okay, so she started telling me that why would we be supportive of our own family just because she's our family member, and not because she danced well, or not because he danced well. So in my own little head, I'm like, okay, she's right. In fact, it was so, I literally just believed her. So when they kept going, I think I was watching who she supported, and then I would just support that person. And to be honest, I'll give a little credit to that woman. So this was how the competition was. If one person, I think they were like 4 or 5, at each stage they drop one person, they keep dancing. I think at the end it was her daughter and my sister, or my brother, I don't know, whoever was the person that was selected. So where I want to give her credit is, at a point I honestly thought I enjoyed the other person's dance more than my family members' dance moves. That was personally, but I didn't know. It was when she said that I honestly made good judgment. But what turned me off was the fact that whether in subsequent events, competitions, I noticed that the woman didn't even care who was doing good or bad. She just wanted her children to win. and then she will always support her children. She will always pinch children to support her children. So it was really bad and all of that. So where am I getting my story? It affected friendships for me. I never really had sincerity towards friendship. Yes, I've had sincere friendships, I've had real connections, I've had deep friendships, but I paraded myself as somebody that was likable to everybody. I paraded myself as somebody that could adapt to any type of person. And I paraded myself as somebody that didn't have close friends but was friends with everybody. And so in a way, I was doing everything right. Trying to maintain friendships, trying to communicate more, will I say communicate? Communication is a very strong word. I mean, I think we overlook communication as a whole, and we just see it as expressing my feelings. But there's a whole lot to communication, and I don't think I'm going to do an episode on communication as a whole, so that we get to understand what communication really means and how it helps us to grow friendships, even helps you in your work, in your school, everything. Nonetheless, just know that I was doing everything right, but I was wrong. With time, I started to discover more about myself. I started to understand my true likes, what I really wanted in life. And it has been a gradual, slow process. But now I can confidently stand and tell you that this is what I want, this is what I do not want. I've gotten to a point in my life where you say, Chenemi, come and do this thing. And I will tell you, I do not want to. I'm sorry, I can't do it, or I do not want to do it. That is very impressive. If you know me, you give me anything, say, do this thing, help me do this, help me write this, help me draw this, help me do this. I would just go. I would be glad to go. It doesn't matter. Even if I have 100 things to do, I would still collect and do it and still create time and most of the time I end up not giving my best. But now I can confidently stand and tell you that I make selections for myself. Things I do not want to do, or I find too overwhelming or too time consuming, I'm able to set priorities. I'm able to select what is more important for me, and that is a major improvement for me. So with that coming into play, I've let go of a lot of friendships that I thought were friendships. They weren't really friendships, and it has made me to understand why there were times I put in so much effort to be a good friend to a particular person, and they still at the end of the day just leave me. So if you're somebody like me, this episode will interest you to a point where you will learn how to select your friends and know the type of people or the type of friendships that you should commit to, that you should be serious with, that you should put in effort to make it work out. Okay, so we're 13 minutes gone and I have not stated the big reason why your friends keep leaving you. I'm going to tell you now. The big reason why your friends keep leaving you is because you don't take friendship seriously. I'll take that again. The big reason why your friends keep leaving you is because you do not take friendships seriously. Yes, I've said it. That's it. Okay, get my point. Let's keep a romantic relationship on one side and keep friendship on another side. No. I know you are saying no, Chenemi, leave it now. Romantic relationship is more serious than friendship. Okay, so it's more serious than friendship. You see, that's where we make mistakes. See, and let me be sincere with you. We only take friendships very seriously when it gets to a point where probably that person did something extra for you, and there's a guy, now this person be my real paddy, now this person be my G for life. Okay, you're G for life, and by the time that person just does something you did not expect, you are like, God forbid, this person is a terrible person, Abby. But if you look at it from a clear standpoint, we don't take friendships very seriously from the beginning. In a way, it's good because we let things to flow naturally. And one thing with letting things to flow naturally is that you give yourselves time to understand each other. Unknowingly self, we do that, but you're able to give yourself time to get to know each other and get to align with each other, right? And that is very good, that is very beautiful. And that leads me to the first lesson about friendship that I want to share. The first lesson is definition of friendship. You know, in your romantic relationship, before you start, first of all, you begin to get to know each other better. I mean, we say you become friends first. But even in becoming friends, you should understand that me chatting with you or talking to you, we're making phone calls or we're meeting and we're just sharing ideas, we're talking, doesn't necessarily make me your friend. And you can attest to the fact that there are people that you vibe with so well, and at a point it seems like everything just stops, the vibe just dies, and everybody just goes their way. Or you come to realize that this person doesn't really take me as a friend. I'm going to do a whole episode on defining friendships, but let me just give a brief overview in this episode. So yeah, I said you get to know each other, and then you get to know if you vibe well with this person, if you are able to communicate, if you're able to share ideas, if you actually like this person. From there, you can now begin to hang out more, and gradually, if you're really, really liking this person, she's really liking you, he's really liking you, you're getting closer, it's time for you to define the friendship, define the relationship. For me, I will not call it friendship, except you have defined the relationship as friendship. When you have defined it as a friendship, okay, we are friends. From there, we continue, and then you get to the point where you say, okay, we're getting extra close. What type of friends are we? Then you can, the step forward. Before you know, you enter into a romantic relationship. Some ladies have already, you step down like 50 rules for the man will step down like 2 rules for you or whatever. But you know how relationships go, and if you do not know, don't worry, you get to know. I mean, I'm going to talk about it, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this defining friendship. So yeah, that's pretty much the steps that happen or that has to be followed for a romantic relationship. But for friendships, it doesn't happen that way. It's mostly invisible. So you're already getting to know this person, and everything is flowing naturally. Then it gets to a point where you become extra close. Like, it just happens naturally. That's what we think, but it doesn't really just happen naturally. It's the same, almost the same process with that of romantic relationships. The only difference is that there are no strings attached. And I know in a lot of context, when you say no strings attached, everybody's thinking this is a relationship where you just have sex and everybody goes their way. That's not what I'm talking about. When I mean no strings attached, I mean the one that you people have friends and there is no sex, and that is what I mean. So you're in friendship, you're really not entitled to give your body, so it's not that important to you, and that is why you say let's just allow it to flow. That's almost the same thing that happened with situationships. So if you have been in a situationship before, you just allow it to flow, and then you get closer and closer and closer. And when you get so close, you discover that this person is not even taking me as I'm taking him. This person is not taking me as I'm taking her, and it becomes heartbreaking. It's almost the same thing that happened with friends now. There are situationships that used to lead to relationships, romantic relationships, and eventually marriage. Yes, they are. You become so close. We all know that there's in situationships. What's the word? Not the word. The sentence. Okay. There is a point that you get where you become so close, both of you, that it's already like you are in a defined relationship. The only difference to a situationship and a relationship is that there's no definition and there's no boundaries, so everybody can be doing what they want to do. You can do what you want to do and nobody is going to para. And after that point or stage comes the next stage, where one person realizes, I do not understand what is going on. Probably there are different cases. There is a case where one of you is not responding as before. There is also another case where you are becoming too close for comfort. So whatever be the case, when you get to that particular stage, that is when you want to define the relationship, and you're asking, what's going on? What's happening to us? Or what are we? And the other person will give you the heartbreaking news, and you begin to cry. And you are wondering, but we're never in a relationship, so why? Well, that's how life is. That's it. It's a lie. That's not how life is. It is you that put yourself in that situation. But what have my point? Get my point. Okay, I did not mean to laugh at people that are falling into situationships. I are falling into situationships too, and I'm glad I've got it to a point where I can laugh about it. But here's the point I want you to get. The pattern of a situationship is the same pattern of friendship. The only difference is the intention. If you've read my book, I wrote an ebook called When Can I Date? There's a particular chapter in that, I've forgotten what chapter it is, but in that particular place, I spoke about body-based relationship. That the difference between normal friendships and romantic relationships is the body-based relationship. And I picked that point from Sadhguru. He's a wise Indian old man who spits facts. He spits facts on YouTube and other platforms, and he goes about speaking. But he was the one that said it, and I related with him. Like, his point is so valid, and I'm going to use that same point in this particular analogy I'm trying to make, that situationships and friendships are similar. Just that situationship, the intention is, at the end of the day, I like this person so much that I would like to date this person, not just go out on dates, but date as in court and probably get married. Except if you're dating just for fun, for sex, or just for the experience, or for other reasons apart from marriage, which of course is not good. I even said that in my book. If you've read it, you'll be understanding what I'm saying. But okay, here's the pattern. I told you, with friendships, this is how it happens. It is very difficult for you to see that I meet a person, or you meet a person for the first time, and you're saying, can we be friends? It is mostly if you want to get into a romantic relationship, like you're attracted to that person. It's quite rare that you really, really just want to be friends with someone and you're telling the person, can we be friends? Except people that have come to understand friendships and have taken friendships as a very important relationship. and not something that just naturally occurs. And not just something that naturally occurs. So you met somewhere, probably an event, and you're vibing well, or that person is your classmate or coursemate, and you relate more, probably shared a lot of, I beg, help me with your notes. Okay, thank you very much. Did you come for class yesterday? All those kind of things. Then gradually, you're sharing personal experiences, you're communicating more, you're talking more. I'll not say communicate, you're talking more. Let's say talk. You gist a lot. You begin to relate with each other very well. Gradually become close. One person takes it very seriously and does something extra helpful for you. Probably speaks your love language. Maybe your love language is act of service. And she came to your house and helped you. She saw you were cleaning. She helped you to clean. She helped you to wash. Or he helped you to wash. I don't even know if guys do that, but okay. Or maybe your love language is physical touch. We all know the love languages, right? I'm sure you know what love language is. If you don't know, go and read Gary Chapman's. Go and type Gary Chapman 5 love languages and find the book. I mean, if you are in this my generation, in this time and age, and you do not know about love languages, I do not know what you know about again. Okay, I'm kidding, but come on now. I think everybody should literally know about the love languages. But if you do not know, we have 5 of them: act of service, physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, and gifts. Yeah, giving gifts or receiving gifts. And I refuse to be tempted to speak about those love languages. Let's come back to friendship. But how do I just speak about friendship without talking about love language? Okay, let me just speak sharp. So we have 5 love languages, like I said, and these love languages are things that people will do for you that makes you believe that these people love you and you feel loved by them. Most times we also do it to others. All 5 are interesting, they're good, they're amazing. In fact, they help friendships, they help relationships, any type of relationship at all, to grow. But there's a specific one which is the major one. Like, even if I do if I do 4 for you, and there's a particular one, let's say act of service is your primary love language. Even if I do physical touch, words of affirmation, spend quality time with you, give you gifts, buy you gifts. If I don't perform act of service, you still do not feel completely loved. But even if I don't do the rest and I do act of service, you feel so loved. So I know there are online tests you can take to know your primary love language. But even without the online test, you can also just get to know your love languages. Okay, so let me relate it to friendships. So like I said, I was saying that you met this person, you people have started vibing, and let's say her primary love language is act of service, and you went to her house. I'm talking about friendships here. No intentions, no nothing at all. And you just went to her house probably to return a book, and you saw her cleaning up, and you said, okay, let me help her. And you're helping her to clean up the whole place. Or her love language is physical touch, and you give her a hug at different points in time. Of course, she'll feel loved by you because her love tank will feel full. And from there, you feel I can be vulnerable with this person. Where it now gets interesting is where you also speak her love language, or you get to know what her love language is, and you begin to vibe well. And as you're vibing well, you might be out one day maybe with a group of friends, and you say, this is my friend, and she's like, yeah, this is my friend. That is it though. Or am I wrong? No. Good. And if you think about it, it's not the same thing that happens in situationships. It's just that We mostly hear the bad stories of about situationships now, the ones that end up in heartbreak, which most of the time happens. But there are situationships that end up well, just like the friendship scenario I give. And don't think that what happens in situationships cannot happen in friendships. They can happen. Okay, you've gotten to a point where, like I said, because she speaks your love language so well, maybe she was just being nice. You believe that, oh, okay, this person is really cool with me. What if she says you are like, this is my friend, and she's like, you are not my friend though. Oh, it would really break you. And okay, maybe I am speaking from a girl's point of view, and I can't really say for the guys, because like, have you seen friendship of guys? Guys are not as boys, males. They're not as men. They're not as they're not as emotional as women. But it doesn't mean that it does not apply to them. It's just that it applies more to women. So what am I saying in a nutshell about defining your friendship? Do it like the way you do your romantic relationships. I'm not saying when you are vibing with somebody so well, then one day you just be like, come, what type of friends are we? That kind of thing. But no, you should know how you put it now, that we really not offend the other person, in case that person takes you as a very good friend. Or even if you don't do it with your present friendships, at least when you begin to become so close to someone, you should try to define your friendships. It's not going to be easy. It's not an easy thing to do. Even for romantic relationships, it's not even easy yet, not to talk of, because you're scared that if I ask this person, hey, what type of friends are we, the person might look down on me, look down on me, and might not want to talk to me like the way we usually talk. I might say, oh, so that's the reason why you wanted to be friends, and all of that. Fear. But except you're not ready to live life, you have to fight your fear. Fight it. And one of the best ways to fight your fears is by facing it up front. Like, look it in the face and be like, you can still be there, no problem, but keep looking at me. I'm still going to pass this road. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. If you like, be here. If you like, do not be here. That is the best way to fight your fears. Just go ahead and do what you want to do. I know it's hard. I've been there so many times. It's very, very hard. But there are so many great things that you can achieve by just going ahead to do it. In fact, that is really courage. That is courage. Courage is your ability to stand and do what you want to do in spite of fear. Courage doesn't mean I have found a solution to this, or I have become stronger than this problem, or I have become stronger than this person, and so I can face him. No, courage means I can't say if I'm stronger than this problem or this person, but I'm still going to work it out. I'm still going to face that person. I'm still going to do what I have to do, what I can do at the moment. So that's the first lesson I learned. Not I have. I see. I have or I whatever. That's the first lesson that I learned about friendships. Seriously, to save you a lot of heartbreaks. Oh, you didn't know there are friendship heartbreaks. Friendship heartbreaks. Hey. So the second lesson I learned is commitment. So you've established the fact that you are friends. Abi, what are you doing about it? Let me make my reference to a romantic relationship. We know that in romantic relationships, if you don't work it out, if you don't spice up your relationship, if you don't do anything, all you do is talk from morning to night. If you don't go out on dates, if you don't engage in certain activities, then I don't know what you are doing. People are playing, just they play. And so it should also show face in friendships. I'm not saying that 247 you should be talking. No. There are friendships that have been there for a very long time. Very, very long. Over decades. And they're still bubbling. You see one peculiar thing with those friendships. They don't lose touch. They don't lose contact. In 1 month, you could see that they will talk. They will meet they will talk maybe on phone. Probably they are far away. They will talk maybe on phone for like 3 to 4 times in 1 month too. But that 3 to 4 times, if you know the kind of deep conversations they're going to have, they're going to fill each other up with all the things, all the doings in their lives, and they're going to give advice to each other. If they are more than 2, they're going to give advice to one another. They're going to fill each other up with different happenings in their lives. There are different levels to friends. There are friends that have to talk every now and then. Probably because they work close. There are friends that don't talk very often. But it doesn't remove the depth of their friendship. I did a teaching recently on my WhatsApp status about friendship, and I said what is more important is not how often you talk, but how deep your relationship is, how deep your friendship is. Whenever we meet and talk, what do we talk about? Do we just do random gist, or do we fill each other up with everything happening in our lives and give advice to each other, to one another, if you're more than 2, all of that? How deep is your friendship? It's more about the content than the level of communication. It's more about the content than the number of times you talk. Yes, the number of times matter, but the content is what matters the most. Another thing I want to state in this commitment talk is that you should not just be friends and just be friends and that just talk. Sometimes you organize date nights for yourself. Yes, you organize a movie night or all these interesting things. You go out on trips. Don't do pass yourself, because there's no money on ground. Do what you can afford to do. As simple as taking a walk. You can take a walk to Mesuya. Even suya is becoming expensive, so you can just take a walk and buy popcorn or something. I don't know, just now, just spice it up. From as simple as buying popcorn to as big as going on a vacation in another country or another state. There are beautiful places in Nigeria, in another state, or even within the state that you live in. And if you live in different states, you can organize how, even if it's once a year, you can meet and spend time. We don't take friendships seriously. Next thing we say, my friend has left me, or my friend has betrayed me. How wouldn't they betray you? Or my friend is not talking to me. How would they stop talking to you? Look, I'm not talking about toxic friendships or people that are not meant to be your friend. There's one very popular quote in Nigeria: value you, Abi. I am going to steal that quote. As much as I do not 100% support it, I'm going to steal it and say, value you, Abi. Now, do you think that that's your friend that you are not committing to, that you're not being serious with? Do you think that friend will also be serious with you or will value you? And if you are saying, the person does not even value me, how will I value that person? That's where I have a problem with that quote. Start by valuing that person. Start by committing. Do all it takes. And after you put in all the effort, it's just like romantic relationships now. When you put in all the effort and you see that the the person is not responding to the particular degree that you expect, or not expect, that you want. The reason why I said not expect, because expectations could be wrong, could be just our imaginations. Expectations could lead to lots of disappointment. But anyhow, let's just say expect. To a certain degree, at least, the person is not responding, giving you the vibes back. Then at that point, you move back, you stop. Take one step forward and try to talk to the person. Why are you not communicate? Why are you not responding? And if the person is ignoring you, or the person is not being open with you, you let the person be. At that point in time, you know you have done your best, Abby. You've tried. Then you let it go. So those are the two things that I've learned about friendships: defining friendships, defining a friendship, and commitment. And I try as much as possible to do this. I'm still learning the definition of friendship thing, but for the commitment, I'm trying my best. I try, at least there's certain people in my life that, okay, it's been long we spoke, and then I try to reach out and we talk. And if I see you're not giving me the vibes, I let you be. But I still put in that effort to see that, as simple as, because I'm somebody that I hardly go out, I hardly visit people. So I try, if I can just put in that effort and say, let me go and see you and spend time with you. I just try to find time, despite everything being so busy with school, with everything about life. I still try to do something extra. I'm trying my best, and you should too. It will really, really help to strengthen your friendship. So I said I'm going to say something at the end, and what I want to say is, from the depth of my heart, friendships should not be casual, too casual. I'll say that again. Friendships should not be too casual. There's a big difference between I know this person, I school with this person, I attend the same class with this person, I work with this person, I go to the same church with this person, and this is my friend. There is a big difference between that. And until you get to that point where you understand this difference, every single person will become your friend. Or every single person will be considered a friend to you. But unfortunately, you will not be getting the same vibes back. You'll be wasting your time being vulnerable with who does not consider you as a friend. So if you have friends right now, which I'm sure everybody do, be more serious with your friendships. Take your friends seriously. I'm not okay. I know friends can mock each other. In Nigeria we say did they yab each other well. You tease, you catch cruise. But be more serious about your friends, about your friendship generally. I'm not talking about just your life friends, your friends, those ones that you run to when you're in your lowest moments. Take those relationships seriously. Let them know that you value them so much. If you can, buy them a gift. And since I'm even talking about gifts, try to discover the love language of the primary love language of your friend. Act of service. If it's act of service, just take out a day and help the person to do something. If it's physical touch, hug the person more often. If it's or hold hands. I'm laughing because I'm imagining guys hugging. I've seen guys hug, but it's not too common a sight. They don't often hug. If it's words of affirmation, then make honest compliments. as simple as be honest about it. Because you see people that have words of affirmation as their primary love language. If you lie, they will catch you. This one, I don't think anybody has told you before. But if you lie, I'm speaking from, if I'm somebody that words of affirmation is probably my second secondary love language or something like that. Sure. But I know words of affirmation very well. If you lie, let's say I cook food and you're telling me, this your food is sweet, oh. You're not telling me the specific thing. Or let me not talk about food. How can I not talk about food? Chenemi and food. Don't mind me. Okay, let me use dressing. Every day you see me and you're telling me, you look fine, you look good, you look fine, you look good, you look fine. Who are you telling that one? Be more specific. I love your top, or I love your trousers, or I love your skirt, or I love the way you put the color together. Words of affirmation, my guy. Words of affirmation. The quality time. You go, you visit that person, you will take a walk, just spend time and talk. And then the last one, what's it? Yes, that was the first thing that I remember. Gifts. Buy them gifts. If you do not know which one is which, you can do all. It's not like you'll be following it back to back, but gradually. You have a whole lifetime. Do it gradually. Once a week. You can pick one and do it for the whole week, or just do it at random, but do something extra. Spice up your friendship in a positive way. Make it more interesting. Show that you value and love that person. Commit to your friendship, and don't just take it too casual. My greatest wish and prayer is that we take our friendships more seriously. I'll end with this. Put the same effort you put in a romantic relationship into your friendship. Put the same effort you put in a romantic relationship into your friendships. So this is the end of today's episode. Thank you for staying till the very end. You can connect with me on Instagram at @meetchenemi, but I'll also drop the link in the description. Please subscribe and follow if you're listening to this on Spotify, and if this has been published on any other podcast platform, you're listening to it on any other podcast platform, then please subscribe or follow as expected. Thank you very much. See you next Sunday.